Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Superego and we're back with Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines. So, if you remember from the last video, our main mission now is to get a woman called Therese Voerman to call off her feud with Bertram Tung. Bertram Tung is the man we need to speak to about the warehouse we've got to blow up. So, before we do anything in this video, let's just have a quick recap over the quests we've got going on. So this is the main one here, about speaking with Therese Voerman, who owns the Asylum nightclub. Mud Hunt, we can't do anything about that until we head to downtown LA a little bit later. And that's the same with these two here. Oh, actually, we can look into this one, Carnival of Death. Gruesome remains were found on the Santa Monica Pier. Perhaps you should look into this. Let's go and have a nosy now. In fact, while we're down there, there's something else we can do as well. There's another quest we can pick up from the dudes on the beach. Might be two quests. I can't remember. The first thing we want to do is head up to the pier. Madame Liotta, psychic. Can't go in. We're in the arcade though. This game is made by Activision. Back when the franchise was good. King Neptune tells all. "13 stimulants in every bottle." Possibly a reference to the 13 vampire clans. Oh yeah, they look like they're doing a lot of police work, just standing around the body. So, we did get a quest update, let's have a look. You saw the murder scene on the pier, but weren't able to find out anything significant about the killer, except that the killing was extremely brutal, vicious, and beast-like. Wonder what done it. Beast-like, so straight away I'm thinking maybe a werewolf. Although there are some vampire clans that are rather hideous and beast-like. I genuinely can't remember. It could have also been a person. Or an animal, a genuine animal. Right, so... what was her name again? I forget. Well, anyway, this guy is E, who she said we should talk to.
It's like I've told you types about 1,000 times now. We know we can't hunt round here, alright? We're minding our own business. No reason to hassle the weaklings.
What the hell are you talking about?
You mean you ain't here to run us off?
No. Why would you think that?
We're getting pretty sick of it. Someone's citing domain, or in the worst cases, hunting us for sport.
What's wrong with you?
Dunno. We all seem to have come down with the same disease. Oh, hell, who am I kidding? We're a bad horror show, alright? We seem to be the runts, the mistakes. You types call us thin bloods. I say we're all equally screwed.
Thin bloods? But what clan are you from?
Clan? See, I've heard all that before. And I still don't know what the hell anyone's talking about. I'd like to know just what I've become. We'd all like to know just what the hell kind of devil's contract we've apparently signed.
How'd this happen to you?
I'd just come to town for the surf tourney. Seems like years ago, but it's, well, been about 6 months now. Every night during the finals, I used to hit the local diner after the beach parties fizzled out in the AM. That's where I met her.
Met who?
She had a natural beauty. Not like all the plastic dolls littering the sand. Her name was Lily. I remember introducing myself, the way she seemed grateful for the company. Well, a few nights after our meeting, we were on the beach alone.
Go on.
She tried to tell me what she was, but I didn't understand. And so she showed me. I was furious with her when I took it all in. I cursed her and left, never really knowing what I was. Well, I realise now how she must have felt. So here I am now, a mystery to myself.
Is Lily dead?
Clinically, yes. But honestly, I don't know. I suppose I'd have moved on by now if I didn't think she'd show up one of these nights. There's a lot I've got left to say to her.
You do know you're vampires, right?
That's what Lily tried to tell me. But what I don't understand are the rules, and the terms, and the reasons some of them are at our throats claiming we're harbingers of the apocalypse. That's what I want to know.
Are all these others here Thinbloods as well?
Aye. Most of them just recently arrived in LA. Got chased off by the Sabbath or some such thing from their home cities. They're more in the dark than I am. They're a good bunch, but well, they've been through a lot. It's affected them.
Maybe I should look into this whole Thinblood thing.
Well, I hope you have better luck than I did. No one's been particularly friendly to me in this city. Only reason we're in Santa Monica is because we haven't been chased out yet.
I'll ask around, see what I can dig up.
Oh, we'd appreciate it. Oh, before I forget, name's E. The black-haired beauty over there's Rosa. Sees the future, so she says. That nervous bloke is Copper. And the one who can't speak so well's Julius. Kids gloves with them. They've had it rough.
Any idea where I might begin looking for information?
Seems no one will talk about it. This all started that night in the diner. Maybe you could start there.
I'll see what I can do. Goodbye. Let's speak to this guy. This is Copper.
Do you know who the head vampire is?
What are you talking about?
If the head vampire dies, we all become human again, right?
Only in the movies.
Oh. But, how about blood transfusions? If I get a full blood transfusion, I can become human again, right?
No, I think it's permanent.
What? Oh, no. There's nothing I can do?
You can stay out of my way. Goodbye. Ooh. Weird glitches. It's an old game. Running on a modern system. There will be bugs. And blood. So we got a new quest. He is interested in knowing what Thinbloods are. He knows only what his sire Lily told him before he parted ways with her. You might want to check out the Surfside Diner in town and see if she's there. Seven experience points. See, they're adding up now. So main things going on in Santa Monica now is we've got a quest to look into Thinbloods for E, and the main one, which is getting Therese Voerman to call off her feud with Bertram Tung. For now, let's go into the Surfside Diner and follow up on Lily's whereabouts. Let's see, what can we increase? Scholarship. Ooh, that increases our research and our persuasion. We need 2 research to use the book we found, and it'll also increase our persuasion up to 2. Sounds good to me.
What'll it be?
The cream's curdled. I can smell it, and I think those are rat droppings there.
You're the health inspector.
As a matter of fact, I am, and I'm going to shut this place down. Maybe.
You know, at least the last health inspector had the decency to make it clear when he was asking for a bribe. Here's $50. I get to live the dream for another exciting month. Yay.
If you'll excuse me, I have other fine establishments to inspect. But I'm still going to talk to you.
What'll it be?
You ever see any pale, kind of strange types in here late at night?
Is that a trick question?
You see a couple in here a few months ago. Surfer guy, pretty girl.
Let me think. Oh yeah, about 4 dozen a week.
Have you ever heard the term thin blood?
Thin blood. Sounds familiar. Is that one of those tropical diseases?
Try to remember. Where did you hear it?
I know I've heard that before.
Maybe a kind of strange, pretty girl said something about it recently?
Oh, that girl. Nice girl. First decent human being I've seen in here for years. Not like all the junkies and crazies I normally see. Yeah, I remember her. Yeah, weird. She left a tip, but she didn't order a thing. Yeah, she looked so hungry, too. Just sat there all night with a full glass of water in front of her, talking about this and that. She seemed lonely, a little scared, so I let her stay in the booth until we closed. She left some stuff here. You seem to know her. Why don't you give it back to her if you run into her?
Thanks a lot. I'll be sure to do that. More experience, and we got some items. Check the quest log. You've retrieved Lily's belongings from the diner. They consist of a photo, a key, and a bail bond. A bail bond. Let's have a look. Purse left behind in the diner. Picture of Lily on the beach. A bail bond. A bail bond for Rolf Toten. Since we're nearby, let's head to Kilpatrick's bail bonds and see if there's any information on Rolf Toten.
The roots of this city wrap around the great worm and all who live in its stinking...
Hello, LA. You're up way past your bedtime, aren't you?
Hey there. Need something specific, like, or just here to shoot the breeze?
Can I bounce a few questions off you, Arthur?
Yeah? What do you want to know?
Oh, well, he doesn't know anything. We'll just have to use the computer.
Aren't I the popular one? Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Who will be the lucky... Caller, you've got the first shot at deck tonight. So, who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
S to Z. Here we go. Token arm.
Vigo. So, Vigo.
Bonds
why are
written
you upset?
22nd of August 2003. Immigration case number blah
many
blah
votes do
blah.
you
Bond
own,
amount
Vigo?
$15,000. Type of bonds collateral, a red car. Lightning
I
Bird
used to do a little
77.
yachting myself.
California
What brand of yacht do you
plates.
have?
Note. Going back to Germania, pal. Oh, go back to Germania, pal. We don't take the euro in these parts.
Ah, la Italia
A red
bella.
car.
La latte italiano.
A red car.
Yes.
A red car license. Guy Coney. Perhaps you should find this car.
Arrivederci, Vigo.
Where will we find a car?
Two, you're on.
Let's try the car park.
The roots of this city wrap around the great worm and all who live in its stinking bowels bloat themselves on apocalypse nectar. These streets you walk lead to the spinal column.
Okay, looking for a red car, red car, red car, red car. That's a red van, that's a red van. A red car. Guy Coney. A diary. Let's read this diary. This seems to be a woman's diary. 30th of April 2003. I met a guy today at the asylum. He's so beautiful, oh my god. His name is Rolf and he's from Germany. European men are just so classy compared to boring California boys. He asked me to see me tomorrow night. I wonder if he's rich. He looks rich. I'm going to go shopping tomorrow and pick up something that won't make me look like a big fat pig. Can't wait to see him. 21st of May 2003. I think it's getting serious with Rolf. He told me he wanted to give me something very special next week, and if it's what I think it is, it's about damn time. I thought Europeans were supposed to be less uptight about this sort of thing. 6th of June 2003. I woke up at 9 PM today. That would be strange in itself, except I don't remember going to sleep last night. In fact, I don't remember anything since last Saturday night when Rolf was over. 10th of July. I woke up late again. I haven't eaten anything in 4 days. I don't know what's wrong with me. The next day, the 11th. Rolf came over last night. He said the reason I hadn't eaten anything was because I needed blood. He said it was all I could eat now and that I wouldn't feel hungry anymore if I drank some. He had a bag of it from the local blood bank. I tried to refuse, but I couldn't. What's happening to me? 26th of July. Rolf said he's going to have to leave soon. He said people are trying to force him out of the country. He didn't say anything about taking me with him. 22nd of August. I had to bail Rolf out of jail today. He was arrested because his visa expired. He looked frightened. I'm afraid he's going to leave. 7th of December. I haven't seen or heard from Rolf since the night I bailed him out. I don't know what to do. I thought he cared about me. Why did he do this to me? 15th of April. This year. Well, this year in the game. I talked with this guy I met in the Surfside until 5 this morning. When I told him I had to go, I felt like Cinderella. He seemed like a prince. 16th, the next night. I met that guy from the Surfside again. He has no idea what I am. 24th. I brought E, the guy from the Surfside, back to my apartment last night. He said he's going back to Australia in a few days now that the tournament's coming to an end. I don't want him to leave. I've never felt this way about someone before, not even Rolf. The next night. He kissed me last night and I couldn't stop myself from biting into his neck, but I drank too much and I gave him my blood to save him. When I explained it all to him, he said he never wanted to see me again. What have I done? The 8th of May. I haven't been able to feed since that night with E. I'm afraid of what will happen. I remember Rolf brought blood from the blood bank. Maybe if I can sneak in I can grab a few bags and get out before anyone catches me. And that was the last entry. So let's follow up that lead and head to the blood bank downstairs in the clinic. Head down this side alley. Bit of a shortcut to the blood bank.
Need a fix?
I need to get into the back room.
Employees only. Them's the rules of the Queen Bitch herself.
Open the door.
Now serving number 75? Number 75.
Fine. Goodbye. What's the difficulty? 9. Jesus Christ, that's a bit high.
Dr. Button, tell the operator. Dr. Button, tell the operator.
So we can't get in there just yet. Ooh.
Dr. Button, tell the operator. Dr. Button, tell the
I'll
operator.
pick that up. That's annoying. Never noticed that before. Right, so we can't get into the blood bank just yet. These journal explosives, and they're the ones for downtown. Oh yeah, that was the intro tutorial we did in the first video. Wondered why there was a quest there we hadn't been there. But technically that's where we started the game, before we arrived in Santa Monica. Right, what should we do? Should we upgrade some of our skills? Intelligence, research and intimidation. Intimidation, so that costs 6, intelligence costs 4. Let's beef that up. So now our intimidation is at 4. Let's see if we can intimidate that dude.
Need a fix?
I need to get into the back room.
Employees only. Them's the rules of the Queen Bitch herself.
I don't think you heard me. I said I need to get into the back room, ghoul.
This mortality is such a handicap. If we were on a level playing field, you wouldn't be so bold if one slash to the throat could mean the difference between existence or not.
It doesn't, though, to me.
Opened.
Now get back to work.
Dr. Bosnustal, the operator. Dr. Bosnustal, the operator.
So, we've got a secret door. We just need to find the code. Can't pick up the big boxes. Oh, we picked that one up though. Nothing in here. Lock myself in here. Nope, I'm okay. Right, so we need to find out what the code is for the door in the first freezer. Freezers. Maybe it's in here. See if we can hack this. Let's see. We can. Passcode 1969. Temperature. So the third freezer isn't as cold. Why might that be? Maybe there is something in there. Doesn't look like it. Must be a red herring. Right, so 1969 is the passcode. There we go. Let's open this. Oh, who's this? It's Lily.
I need it. A drop of it on my tongue, sliding down my throat. The hot flash in my brain lighting up my body. I can smell it everywhere. Blood.
Blood. What happened to you?
Let me go. It's painful, like I'm going to die. It's calling. Never felt like this before. Let me go. I can smell it. I have to have it.
Hold still. I'll let you go.
Huh? Oh. Huh?
You don't look well at all.
Oh, sweet mother of God!
Dr. Sodell, the operator, please. Dr. Sodell, the operator.
The heat. It's never been so satisfying. All of it. I drank until I heard his heart stop, and I was sucking on a dry, dead artery. It was euphoric.
But I've killed him. I've never killed anyone before. What happened? What came over me?
The beast took over. It happens.
Beast? What is that? Why couldn't I stop myself? Why did it feel so right?
Shh. Calm down. It's all right.
I tried to steal some blood. I heard they sold it. I was hungry, and I can't hunt in town. They caught me, and I was trapped. Thought I'd never escape, but I killed a man. I have to get out of here.
Who are you?
My name is Lily.
Lily? You're the one E told me about.
E? You know E? How do you know E?
He asked me if I knew anything about Thin Bloods, which is how I found you.
I tried to tell E about his condition, but he was so furious at me for what I'd made him into, he wouldn't listen. A Thin Blood, from what I've been told, is a vampire whose blood is weaker than most.
Go on.
Rolf, my sire, told me some vampires consider Thin Bloods a bad omen and want them destroyed. Rolf wasn't a Thin Blood, and apparently I am. I don't know why. Rolf abandoned me. His group wouldn't take me in. They said I was a liability. He left me with so many questions. And I did the same thing to E, but I didn't want to leave E. He forced me out of his life. I should go. I have to get out of here. Maybe out of the city. Soon.
You should go see E. He said he forgives you. He wants to see you.
E doesn't hate me anymore?
No, quite the opposite. You should talk to him.
I'll go see him. Thank you.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Oh, about tonight, what I did... Please, don't tell E. It's not my fault. I couldn't control it. I've never done anything like this before. I'm no killer.
I promise, Lily, it's not your fault. You couldn't help it. Goodbye. Oh, I thought I was stuck then.
Why'd you have to go and let that bitch out? There's one less Phil in the world now. Why'd you have to let her go and eat him, huh? Now I'll never get to do in that bastard myself. Well, you know what? No blood for you. No more!
I need to get blood from somewhere. Haven't had ghoul blood in a while.
Well, mistakes are made from time to time. Without them, some of us might never have been born. I don't know what I'm saying half the time. Have a freebie. My compliments. You need more?
I'll be back later. And the service better be with a smile this time.
Dr. Bucknell, the operator. Dr. Bucknell, the operator.
So, we found Lily, we freed her from the back of the blood bank and got information about the Thin Bloods from her. We should go and talk to E.
Operator.
5 experience. Let's go back to the beach. Right, let's talk to this dude.
What time is it?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Nothing. Just waiting for a friend to get off work. He's a police officer. Old army buddy. He should be bringing his dog as well. It's a Rottweiler. Wonderful attack dogs, they are.
Think you could spare a few bucks? I'm a little down on my luck right now.
Sure. I guess I could spare a few dollars. Here you are. Good luck getting back on your feet.
You know, that sure is a nice watch you've got.
My watch? It's a quantum limited edition. Only 50 made in the world. Quite irreplaceable. It was an anniversary present for my wife.
Then I'm sure she won't be upset that you traded it for your life.
Yes, well, here.
While you're taking off that watch, why don't you hand over all your money?
It's people like you that have ruined this city. Here's my money, damn you. Go buy your narcotics, you lowlife. Now leave me alone. You've got what you want.
I could, but it just lacks the oomph without a beating. No, I'm not going to attack him. You've been real cooperative. You have a wonderful night. All squaring up to me now, are you? Should have done that before I robbed you. Right, tell you what, let's go and sell some of our stuff to Trip before we head to the beach.
Hey.
Yeah?
How's it going? You, looking to buy or sell or...
I'd like to sell something.
Really? Well, let me see what you got.
Right, so we can sell the watch for 60. Faceplate says Quantum Limited Edition. This is the kind of watch that comes with its own matching luxury vehicle. And I'm only getting 60 for it. Terrible. Car stereo, 25. Pierce, $2. I'll keep hold of that for now. Another watch for 15. Might as well sell the tire iron since I don't use it. Can't sell him the arm, unfortunately. Right, I think we'll cut it there for this video. In the next video, we'll have a little bit more of a chat with Trip before we head back to the beach to talk to E and Lily and see whether they've been able to patch things up. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for watching, and for now, I will say tatty bye.